a lot of his, that might be a rhetorical question if I ask. I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay. So just, I always start my interviews in college. We'd always ask the same question: who are you and what do you do? So who are you and what do you do?
My name is Kellie Bowman, and I am a superhero for nature and all that comes with the experience of what God gave us. I'm also one of Dr. Sebi's children. I am one of his daughters. Oh, the owner of Sebi's Daughters. I could say that over.
What is Sebi's Daughters?
Sebi's Daughters is a legacy brand that was based off of my experiences with my father and what I want to offer my children and the children of the CMOS movement. So I consider us all daughters and sons, those who are interested in educating themselves behind their food experiences and how that ties into a healthy, balanced life. And I can't even say how much she means to me, but
It's amazing,
yeah, and it's just like,
but you don't want to overwhelm yourself.
oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed, and I'm overwhelming myself anyway. This is the trip.
It's emotionally taxing you. Okay.
It's crazy, and you don't think that you'll be the closer a date comes, just like with birth. The closer a date comes to what you're, gonna experience, it's the unknown. And so when you're sitting in it, you're like, I can forecast and see it coming a month from then, and then it gets closer, 2 weeks, and then the week, and then the day of, and you're sitting there going, oh dang it, this is about to happen. I mean, they buried him days after, a couple of days after I found out, and there was no chance that we could get there. And so the closure of it all, that is my parent. Every child wants to know who their parent is, where they come from, and how they tie into that experience. And that was a man that I loved and respected very much. And so me going, finally, he died in 2016. I have been waiting. I have been silent. Um, I don't really talk a lot about it except when I started doing press. Um, as my PR, my public relations lady knows, it was very difficult for us to even get started because I couldn't even speak the words when he died. I didn't speak for a whole year. I didn't even know that was possible in my experience in life. I'm thinking I'm a young lady, I'm wise, I'm old enough to handle this mentally, but it there was a part of my heart that felt destroyed, and um, it was very difficult because I was one of the last calls he had while he was in there. And my stupid thought was, he's in prison for the second time. He gonna get out. That man is gonna be fine. I'll get over. I'm getting over there. We always think we have more time, and that's a fool man's thought. Is to think that you have more time. You are not in control of time, and so don't waste it. And so for me, um, I hold on to the fact that the time that we did have together, we didn't waste time. And I think that's what I'll miss is those times that we dug deep. And I mean, he wouldn't call me for 3 or 4 months. He was traveling the world. And then I get this call. He was in Africa at one time. He just calls out of nowhere. August was the month he always called me when he was traveling. And he just called, and, hey, guess where I am? I'm here. I'm in Amsterdam. I'm in Africa. And he just called and give me all of what he used to do. I missed those calls, and so when he died in August, it was a very difficult thing because it seemed like our month. Um, People would consider this trip a closure trip, and I consider this trip um, not a closure, um, but a reckoning. I think every child deserves to know and see and be a part of the process if possible. And this is just part of the journey as his daughter, that I will journey here and be what I can in this moment for my child. Sebi's daughters is um, my daughter and I. And I want her to know, as he would want me to teach her about life. But part of life is death. So this trip is difficult. I mean, no one is perfect walking this earth, but I hope that we do our best in life. And this is my best, even when the tears are flowing. And this is me being raw. Uh,
Simon, what are you looking forward to this trip?
To be honest, I'm just here for mom, like, cause I know that this will play a real big part in Sebi's daughters, as a whole. So I look forward to her like walking through the village and for her to actually like feel everything, if you know what I mean. Like this is year number 4. This is year number 4, and so she hasn't been able to go anywhere or get to really do anything because she's been with this business for 4 years now, going on 5. So for her, I'm just really proud of her, and I'm really proud of you. And I just hope that this trip, I really hope this trip just gives you some type of closure, and it gives you some type of closure and encouragement to keep going. Okay. He was here. He drove on this road. There's just, I don't know, I can't even describe it because there's just an energy that I want to feel, and I know like as soon as we land, there's going to be some type of energy, and I think as we get closer to the village, I'm definitely going to get a little nervous, but it's definitely going to be something interesting because I've heard so much about it, and to put the pieces together and to really walk on the land is going to be really
groundbreaking.
Yeah. What's about you? I'm really excited for her because I know that she's been waiting for this. Like, it's just the struggles that we have went through, and like from elementary school when he died, it's just like I was with her. Like nobody else was here but me, so I can confidently say that nobody was around. Nobody but me. Like, you really don't know my mom if you don't know me. She didn't really get to grieve because she's such a hardworking person, and so when I was in elementary school, it was just work, and so for her to like finally get that closure and to really feel it, I think it's really going to be therapeutic because back in that time she didn't have time. She didn't have time for anything really. So I think this time is very, very, very important to Sebi's daughters. Very important.
It's beautiful.
That was good morning to you. I mean, if I would have had to ask a question about did we see like his vision in Compton to what this was, what this could be, yeah.
Yeah, for real, because we turned that garage into, you go in the garage and you look out from the garage, you think you was in the fucking tropics. And it was in Compton, because he made the whole inside of the garage like bamboo, all the way to the ceiling, and then it just had a couple of little cutouts for the windows. Mm-hmm. And then we had plants growing all back. I used to bring my homeboys over there. Mm-hmm. Hardcore Crips used to be back in Sebi backyard planting shit. And we used to go over there because the nigga always had weed. We'd be like, come on, man. I said, y'all know we go over there to smoke, then they gonna make us work. It's like, I don't give a fuck, let's go. I'm like, let's go then, nigga. Nigga have all them niggas back there planting.
Wow. It was beautiful.
It was.
The nicest
shit,
garden.
that's where Usha was born, in that garage.
Oh my gosh.
That's why she gonna tell me I'm from Puerto Rico. I said, nigga, you was born in the garage in fucking Compton. Puerto Rico. I better remember, nigga. I remember.
I was there.
He was there. Her little fat self. She was so. She was the roundest little baby.
Snatched it right from under because she thought she was from Puerto Rico too with them little short dresses on and Usha all fat and shit. I'm like, girl, you better take that shit off.
You from Compton.
It was, and there was these colors. Funny enough,
yeah.
They were some beautiful colors in that hut, that garage.
The house too, man. I remember when he bought the house, that nigga was living on Hawthorne. You know he was living right across the street from the Hawthorne Mall. He was like, yeah, I got a house, man. I want you to check it out. We gonna fix it up. I said, we, nigga. And I was young. I was like, we ain't fixing nothing shit.
It turned out to be beautiful, though.
It did. I went by that house, I think, last time I was in L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Isaiah was going somewhere, and I said, turn right here. So they go to the fucking house right there. That was the first house he had ever got.
So we could see this. Right. Everything looks...
Yeah, we planted them damn eucalyptus. They was little. That mountain back there, you can see all the way up. You can see the ground on that mountain. We used to climb that every morning. When left out here, I used to take all the wrappers up the top of that motherfucker. We would get to the top, and I would always have joints, and we would smoke big-ass joints. All the way to the top of there. Now you can't even see. You can see people. You can see me as I was going up that hill. You can't see shit now. That shit is totally full. Totally grown, man.
Sorry. We want that. We want some mango. I don't know what he got over there. That's what's good. Oh, look, man, look at all this. Look at her get upset. Yeah.
Something different, you know?
Yes. I'm gonna do it. Me too.
Yeah. I make you dance punta.
Yes. You said punta, not punta.
Yeah. Hey, sobrino.
Hey.
Nice.
Right here.
Stop. That was dope.
Trees are fruiting trees. I know I was looking at them, but I didn't get the mango one.
Yeah, the mangoes.
She ate one of the key limes. Her mouth was oh yeah, the key lime is over right across from Sebi house. Yeah. Right across from the big house. That's what she did. Yeah. That's what she was all numb. I said, I get been
But I still ate
That's why, I moved out here from fucking Baltimore, the middle of the Baltimore. Okay, I was right there, right off of Pennsylvania, where all the dope fiends at.
Right.
And I me and Sharice created a garden, and that was the most peaceful place of the whole neighborhood. Motherfuckers would come by and go, it's so peaceful over here. All the dope fiends will come stop by and tell us how much they like what we done.
Wow.
Like I told ass, I said, enjoy it, because I ain't going to be here too much goddamn long. I meant that. We be sitting there, motherfucker get killed down that on that corner, and then about 2 hours later, motherfucker get killed down on the other. I'm like, what the fuck? And we right in the middle of the shit, but we would be outside till 2, 3 in the morning, burning fires and saging the whole neighborhood. We saged the whole neighborhood, nigga. And I watched the smoke going in the directions it needed to go. I was like, look at this shit, babe. I mean, the smoke was going in that direction, then turned and went in that direction, then turned and went behind us. I was like, it's really doing the thing for the whole neighborhood. So yeah, I loved it while I was doing it, but like they say, be faithful with a little and I give you much. So I got a whole lot. I got a whole lot to do.
I think I'm in a space of peace, just gathering myself, acclimating myself to the environment has been wonderful. And, I know we're on a boat right now on our way to Rotan. The Bowmans, the history of the Bowmans in Honduras is huge. And this wave is so fun. But every part of this trip has been helping me to identify, part of my heritage that I love so much and I want to know about a little bit more and just get as deep as I can. Because when you look at the village, it's like we see where it started, but it really didn't start here like me and my brother were talking before. It started in a garage in Compton. It started then, and we can see what that looked like when he turned it into a hut, and it was just beautiful. And I growing up with all the plants, it was just only natural that he would build this. And so how could we not continue to build it and cultivate it? That's honoring him as well. But that's the base of what I should be doing, because this land is going to teach me like it taught him. So being here is part of that honoring. And it's been so beautiful. Everybody here, Saman and Fanny and Sharice and my brother and everyone else. It's just like we're all so loving. Even the clients that are here, it's just like, how can you not feel love and peace? There's nothing to hate here. There's everything to love, everything to learn. So it helps. The love helps to support that area that I, wanted to dive deep into, because I came here feeling really sad because he's not meeting me at the door. But what did meet me, God didn't let me down. I was met with love, food, experiences that feed me. So it may not have come from him, but it still came. And for that I'm thankful to God, because it may not come in the form that you think it should come, but did it come all together? So be grateful.
I've been on bigger boats.
This trip was awesome. It was bittersweet. What I came for, I got. What I didn't expect, I got, and all of it was good. I bonded with some women here, including the woman behind this camera. And I think it was all in support of the big picture of what I wanted, and that was to reconcile and not bring closure to my journey with my father, but to add to my journey in honoring him. And today I got to go inside of the house, and on this upper floor room here is his home, is his bedroom. And I got to sit and in memory of him while my brother played the drums and talked to me and encouragement, and just memories. And it made me feel comforted. And I guess I waited till my last night to do it. And I know when I get back, there'll be more things that I want to do. But this trip was awesome. It was so needed for my daughter. It's needed for my son who will be coming. But to bond with my family has been amazing. I'm so ever grateful to God that I want to be a part of something so beautiful. I want to. So as long as it stays positive in my book, whatever it is, whatever part of my journey, not just this one, I want to be. I want to be a part of it. I want to be in a big way. I think I've gained a new encouragement and confidence with being here, and I know my daughter has. So me and the ladies went to Rotan. And that was really great because we got to see a part of Honduras. It's an island that gave us so much. It was so pretty. The people move, like the ocean. It was just so wonderful. But I got to see my father be represented over there. Also here in La Ceiba, we went downtown. There was a picture that a mural of him again. So it was like, I'm glad to see that Honduras has embraced him, not only the village, but him in general, to let people know who he is. And that was one of the biggest highlights that I got out of here. And I learned some new flowers while I was here, and some of the old ones that I miss, But I have a lot of new things to take back with me. I'll be back. I'm coming back often because I live here. So I gained my home, and that was a highlight. This is my home. And I'm grateful that my father gave this to us, and the goal is to live in the legacy of Sebi's daughters, and here we are.
If you had to describe this trip in a few words, or one word, what would you describe it? How would you describe it?
Fantastic.